Hey guys, I wanted to make a video and show you how good this SPORK knife is in the boss fight on Blood of the Dead. When Black Ops 4 and Blood of the Dead was first released last year, this Easter egg was rumored to be in the map, but it wasn't working and they didn't add it until late February. There are a ton of steps to get the SPORK knife. You gotta start with a regular spoon, upgrade it to the golden SPORK, then upgrade that to a shank knife, and then transform that to its final version, which is this SPORK knife. And with how much work it takes to get this fourth and final version of this ultimate SPORK, I was wondering how good is it, and I wanted to take it into the boss fight and see, is it really good against the giant Brutus and the smaller Brutuses? With as much work that goes into getting this, I was assuming that this thing's gonna be one melee kill for anything on the map and for whatever round you're on. If you do want to take this thing into the boss fight, it's not super practical because it's gonna put you around 20 because there are so many steps, and you can get into the boss fight much earlier than that. And since I didn't see anybody doing all this and then going into the boss fight, I wanted to go ahead and check it out and see, yeah, is it worth it? Probably not, but I'll show you guys how powerful it actually is against the bosses. During the process of learning about this SPORK knife and learning about the steps, there was one shortcut that I was trying to take to make it a little bit easier, and some people might pick up on this and try it for themselves, but I want to let you know that it doesn't work and you will be wasting your time. I don't know if any of you have caught on to this, but if you're playing with other people on this map and you're going for the golden SPORK, like the first upgrade, and you're not the person that has put your spoon in the tub and not getting the kills on the roof, then you can completely skip the step of picking up the spoon on the docks and leave it there. It'll stay there, and the person that's upgrading their golden SPORK can finish all of the steps and it will count for everyone. So you can leave your spoon on the dock and then have that person get all the kills on the roof, and then all you have to do is get a Hell's Retriever and just go throw your retriever over there where you pick up the golden SPORK, and you don't have to do anything else. Once you pick up your golden SPORK, you're gonna have a golden SPORK in your hand and a spoon still down on the docks. And I thought this might be helpful because there's a part of this Easter egg when you're trying to get the golden SPORK knife where you have to give up your golden SPORK. It's a really powerful melee weapon and it takes it from you, and you have to put it in this red tub. After you put the SPORK in the tub, you have to do some steps to get the actual shank knife. Then you gotta grab the shank knife and put it in the tub too. So you keep losing these melee weapons and you don't have anything powerful at all. You're just left with a combat knife. And for the final step to get the ultimate final SPORK knife, you need to melee a warden on the catwalk area. So I was thinking, well, what if you just left the spoon there and then grab that spoon at the very last second before you go kill that warden? Maybe it will give you a little bit more power and it will help quite a bit. So in this gameplay here, I left my spoon on the docks and another player upgraded it to the golden SPORK, and then I just grabbed a retriever and went and got the golden SPORK off the tree. So now I have a golden SPORK. So the next thing to do is get a bunch of kills and put the SPORK in the tub. So I've lost a melee weapon, but then I need to do a bunch more steps to get the shank knife. Once you pick the shank knife up, you gotta put that in the tub as well. After dropping the shank knife off in the tub, you can go to the docks and pick up the spoon right here. This is the step that you're able to skip. And I think a lot of people might pick up on this and try it, but just to let you know, it absolutely will not work. You cannot use the spoon to melee a warden next to this sign. You can kill him with it, but there's gonna be that Sal DeLuca prisoner number, the 386A. That's supposed to disappear when you do it correctly. And when I killed him with the spoon, it didn't disappear. And if you pay attention to the hint on this sign, there is a combat knife stuck into it. So it is very specific to, you have to kill a warden with the combat knife and nothing else. You can't use Ragnaroks, you can't use the katana, you can't use a spoon, it has to be the combat knife. And I went ahead and checked the tub to make sure that it wasn't gonna give it to me, and it didn't. So we had to wait and get another warden, and I got rid of the spoon by putting it back in the tub. It actually let me do that. And I wanted to test to see how many melees it took to kill a warden, and I did have that new perk on that helps strengthen your melee. And with the perk and just the combat knife, it took 17 melee to kill him, and you might be able to do a little bit better if you have some other perks like Stronghold that will strengthen you up. But yes, combat knife is the only thing that will complete this step. Now I'll show you guys what happens in the boss fight with the golden SPORK knife. Again, it took a lot of steps to get this SPORK knife and to get through the Easter egg without any errors or blue screens or anything going crazy, so I wanted to make sure you could get it right back out of the bag after you're released from the jail cells, and there wasn't any issues there, didn't glitch out. It gave it right back to me, thank goodness. So on the way to the boss fight, you gotta walk through the rec yard and you'll get maybe an extra Brutus or whatever, and I wanted to test to see how strong the SPORK knife would be against these guys, and it was was a 1 melee kill, so that was awesome. When you get into the boss fight, you're gonna have dogs, zombies, the regular sized Brutus, and then finally at the end you get the big double sized Brutus. So with the multiple Brutus that spawn in that are the regular size, it was a 1 melee kill with the Spork Knife, so that was pretty great. And then in the end, you have someone that's Richthofen get into the chair, then they respawn outside, and as soon as they get back in and they're holding the crystal, that's when you can finally have access to kill the big Brutus. Now I know someone that did this on solo and they said that all the Brutus in the boss fight, including the big guy, were all insta-kill with a Spork Knife. So in our game it was the same thing. They were all insta-kill, including the big guy. I just instantly killed him as soon as that player came in as Richthofen. So from testing this, one can only assume that if you can kill the big Brutus with an insta-kill melee with a Spork Knife, then this thing is probably going to be an infinite 1 melee kill forever. However, this weapon is not practical whatsoever. You can get the same strength from the Spork Knife if you just get the regular golden spork, the second upgrade, and then have that perk that strengthens your melee. That's going to give you infinite melee killing and insta-killing up into the hundreds and maybe more. Most of you guys probably already know that, but I definitely want to make a video and show you guys how that all works out. But I hope this helped you guys out, and we'll see you next video.
Thank you for watching Glitching Queen's video. Hoorah!